You know, for the most part, the videos that I do are unscripted. What I tended to do until very recently was really just to kind of think long and hard, make some notes maybe about what I wanted to say, have a very clear idea of what I wanted to say and how I was going to say it. And I would just kind of do that, and I would maybe do several takes till I got it right, maybe do a piece at a time and then sort of edit them together. But I found recently while working with someone else on a project where we wanted to do in-stream YouTube adverts, so paid advertising in other words, and it's quite important for that to know the different amounts of time and what you should be doing and keeping it tight, in other words, time-wise. So I thought, falling back in my years of experience doing autocue in the audiovisual industry, I thought there must be some really nice little teleprompter apps out there that I can use. Along with my gimbal, which is like a steady cam, if you like, for mobile phones, smartphones. And this one is a DJI Osmo Mobile. This is an Osmo Mobile 3. I think they're on to number 4 or 5, and they're pretty much the same sort of things. They're really good, like a steady cam, so you clip your phone in. I'll do a separate video on this, and I'll put a link in here if you want to have a look at the manufacturer's website or have a look in more detail about these things. But it's really excellent. You clip your phone in, and you can, there's an app that goes with it, which you put into the phone, and then once you've got that all kind of balanced up, it basically works like a movie Steadicam or like a drone gyroscope, if you like. So it keeps your phone really, really steady, and you can use, there's controls on it. You can pan and tilt and zoom in and zoom out, and you can set it to follow you around. If you put a little tripod in the bottom of it, you can actually set it to follow you around. Or if you're filming sports, you can get it to follow someone really quickly. And you can do all sorts of really amazing cinematic effects with it. But what I've tended to use it for a lot is to do videos for some of my other YouTube channels, and indeed for this YouTube channel. And like I say, most recently for some paid advertising. And what I found really useful was an app I discovered called Teleprompter, which is basically a smartphone autocue. And in conjunction with this, I've been able to, I think, make some really good videos. So I can go outside and I can get really nice, clear, stable videos of this as I walk around in the beautiful part of the world where I live, which is kind of part of my message about, you know, using the internet to create location freedom. So it works really well for me from that point of view. So I can show you the app, which is called Teleprompter, and I can actually demonstrate that with my phone. So let's go and have a look at that now. Okay, so this is my phone screen, and the app is called Teleprompter. You get a free version to really just test it. You can't do an awful lot with it. You can do a very short script and play around with all of the settings. But if you want to use this properly to do, you know, longer scripts with unlimited numbers of scripts and so on, and get all the features, you need to buy the full Pro upgrade, which is £17, which I think is a tiny investment for something that's I've found to be incredibly useful. So let's open the app and have a look at it. And if I turn it round, this is a script, one of the scripts that I've already got in here. I won't, can I play it? Yeah, I can. If I press play, so I've set this, I've created this as a text file, spent a lot of time writing this script out, and this is for an advert, so I want it to be very tightly scripted so that I can time it nicely with, you know, the requirements for an in-stream YouTube ad, which are quite important to get right. So I've done all that, kept it as a text file, and through iCloud, in my case, I went through the phone into my file section on the iPhone, found the file and just loaded it in as a script. And now when I open it, it's here, and I can just play that, and I can kind of practice. I can vary the speeds using the plus and minus, and when I actually hit record, it will obviously record me reading the script. And the nice thing about it is the script, I've put this over on the left hand side and I've played around with the text size and the speed and so on, so that it's natural enough for me to read. while it looks as if I'm looking at the camera, because the camera on the phone is, you know, just to the left of that script, and the script is to the left of the phone. So, you know, particularly when I'm outdoors using the gimbal, it's very natural looking, and you can read that script and make it play so that you can read it in a very natural, properly kind of rhythmic sort of style, so that it doesn't appear that you're reading off a script. So, you know, once that's done, you can kind of go into all of the different settings. I don't know if I can demo them at the moment. Well, you can change the font size. You can choose whether you want to mirror yourself on the lens or not, and you can play with all the different text areas. You can vary the transparency, you can change the text area, you can have a background, an opaque background if you want. You can have a countdown before a pre-recording or after. You can set a timer. You can vary the different qualities on various settings, focus lock, have a grid if you want on your camera settings, and you can choose different microphones. And it will detect, I often use my tie-clip microphone via a lightning cable directly into the phone, and it detects that automatically, which I think is kind of useful. This is support, so if you press the question mark, it will answer some questions, and you can also send a ticket into support. I actually did that when I first got this because I had a little bit of a problem with it, which was very quickly fixed, so they're actually really good developers. And kind of that's that. The other thing that's really excellent I find about this is it will, if you want to, once you've finished this recording, or once you've finished recording a script, a video, if you want that script to be embedded onto the actual video as a transcript along the bottom, you can do that with the script. It will just lay the text in, and you can have a different background. You can have white text, dark text. You can move it around on the screen wherever you think is appropriate, which is fantastic. So that's done automatically. You can just decide, yes, add the transcript, and it will do that, render that very quickly. Then you can, you know, export the video and do whatever you want with it. It's ready to go with a transcript embedded along the bottom or wherever. Which I think is superb. If you want to edit that more tightly in your own video editor, I use ScreenFlow for example, you can export the text file separately as an SRT file, which is a script file, and then you can import that into your video editor and, you know, move around, use the sort of captioning and the different text possibilities that are in there. It might be a bit more advanced than what you get with this. But a pretty superb little app for doing scripted videos. Okay, so I hope you find that really interesting. It can be good to just do videos impromptu, you know, once you've kind of rehearsed what you want to say. Nothing beats that more sort of casual, straightforward, unrehearsed, shooting from the hip kind of thing, I think. But there are times where using scripts, you may even be doing video work for someone else where they provide you with a script. So this could be a really useful little setup for that. So like I say, I hope you found that useful and interesting. The links for some of these products are under there. You can see another couple of my videos at the end of this that you might find interesting. And please, if you have found this to be of use to you, please consider commenting, subscribing, liking the videos, and, you know, hit the little notification bell if you want to be notified when I've got another video coming out. Thanks a lot. It's been Dave, and I'll see you soon.